McGregor did. It's really a trick. He gets these people to box with him. They have no business boxing with him, and he's making millions and millions of dollars doing this way after his competitive career is over. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's absolutely, he needs money.
You think he's going
Once
broke?
again, come on. Fighters like that always go broke.
Because everything that he says is about money. There's nothing else. There's no values. There's no...
Joe Rogan didn't mince words when he called out Floyd Mayweather, casting serious doubt on the boxer's claims of owning $42 million and 60 properties. While Mayweather is known for flaunting his wealth, reputable sources have consistently disputed these figures, suggesting that his fortune might not be as real as he wants the world to believe. Behind the flashy image of a financial empire, Rogan hinted that Mayweather's wealth could be little more than smoke and mirrors, a house of cards built on exaggeration and empty boasts.
So Floyd is just piecing him up. Boxed up by literally the greatest boxer of all time. Floyd was just boxing him up, which is what he does. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him. It doesn't even hurt his record. Also, money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive though, but
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
Think they give them to him?
Yeah, because then you get a video like that.
Right. That's smart.
And then you get Floyd's Air Force Ones given away for charity. That's a tax write-off. There's all sorts of things that goes.
Yeah, you got a good point. But those $1 million watches, they're not giving you those.
Floyd Mayweather's evolution in the ring saw him shift from an electrifying fighter to the persona of Money Mayweather. Joe Rogan pointed out that Floyd seemed to lose his passion for the sport, prioritizing wealth over the thrill of competition. Along the way, he also gained a reputation for repeatedly disrespecting his opponents, focusing more on profit than the purity of boxing.
Floyd went from being like a real exciting pressure fighter, and he had a bunch of hand problems, to like Money Mayweather, start talking, just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's great.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit, and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my fucking jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but when I show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy, and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
Joe Rogan has noted that Floyd Mayweather is remembered less for his boxing skills and more for his wealth. Despite being one of the most famous boxers of all time, Rogan has openly criticized the notion of Mayweather stepping into MMA, firmly stating he'd get destroyed in that arena. His comments highlight how even respected analysts question Floyd's versatility and real ability beyond the boxing ring.
Floyd Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight. You'd be screwed. It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be a 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the way from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
In another moment, Joe Rogan underscored Floyd Mayweather's influence by recounting a story where Mayweather allegedly had a referee removed in the middle of a fight. Rogan pointed out that only someone with Floyd's level of fame and power in the boxing world could pull off such a bold move. It was yet another example of how deeply Floyd's wealth and status shape every aspect of his career, both inside and outside the ring.
The referee said Floyd Mayweather hit him behind the head. So Floyd fired the referee in the middle of the bout. Floyd throws this punch, and he's 100% correct. The punch landed the side of the head. It's a right hook. It's a perfect punch. And the referee was saying, watch the back of the head. He's like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so he kicks the guy out, and they bring in a different referee who finishes the fight. It was insanity.
Joe Rogan believes Floyd Mayweather's relentless drive to win was forged by his upbringing. With a fiercely competitive father and uncle guiding him, Floyd was taught early on to push himself in every aspect of life. This mindset turned him into a dominant force in the ring during his prime. But according to Rogan, that same competitive fire now fuels how Mayweather approaches business and wealth, turning everything into a game he's determined to win.
You'll just look at boxing in terms of like how often you get hit versus how often you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being super, like they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time and the boxing skill.
Floyd Mayweather once boasted that he rakes in $3 million every month, even claiming he makes more than Bill Gates. While those kinds of statements might dazzle fans, anyone familiar with how boxing paydays and pay-per-view revenue actually work knows that these claims are more fiction than fact. Experts have largely debunked the numbers, pointing out that they simply don't hold up under scrutiny.
And Floyd Mayweather says he makes $300 million a month, which is $3.6 billion a year. He makes more money than Jeff Bezos, Bill Gates, all of those guys. So I say all that to say this. The money that Canelo was looking for, they can easily come up with that money Floyd Mayweather got.
Well, listen, let me put it this way to you. If he makes, what did he say, $300 million a month?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'm 6'4" and 240. And I know I'm 5'8" and a half and 240. So there you go. There's no way. If he makes $3 million a month on his investments, that's a lot. $36 million a year. That's a lot. So I know guys that are worth, $500-600 million, plenty of them, and they don't make $36 million a year, let alone $300 million a month. So there you go.
Floyd Mayweather has never been shy about his obsession with money, often saying it's at the core of his life. He's even expressed a desire for his children to follow in his footsteps and join the same business path. His stated goal is to build generational wealth. However, this money-first mindset has drawn criticism from those who feel he places financial gain above integrity and character.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all four of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. I told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Despite his enormous earnings, Floyd Mayweather has faced multiple reports and allegations of owing money to other fighters. One of the most talked about incidents comes from rapper 50 Cent, who claimed Floyd scammed him out of $2 million while he was in jail. According to 50, Floyd asked him to take over his promotional business during that time. But after his release, Floyd allegedly acted as if he had no idea about the arrangement, leaving 50 Cent out of pocket and feeling betrayed.
We brought them over. I brought them over while Floyd was, incarcerated. When he comes home, there's the Let's Get Floyd Back in Pocket campaign that goes on, where, it's $300,000 chains being bought and buying a new Lamborghini and all these new things. And I'm sitting there going, yo, when you gonna give me the money?
Because you're already invested.
Right, like when you gonna give me your half of the money back. But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail. Right. So it's like, let him cool his heels before you.
Was that in the millions?
Yeah.
Okay.
So you're sitting there big, and I'm like, yo, so when, but see, the fighters are an asset in themselves. They are that talent, regardless. Right. So I'm looking at him going, so there ain't no pressure there, but I'm saying, when is he gonna say he wants to give me the other half of it? Why I gotta ask you for it?
Right.
And then when
are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that.
Oh, okay.
At that point, it was, investing in.
All right.
So look, he goes, when he finally does bring up the actual the situation, he he acted like he didn't know anything. Like, I didn't tell y'all to do that. I didn't tell you to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked in my face and he told me to do that.
50 Cent didn't hold back when speaking about Floyd Mayweather. Beyond sharing personal stories, he revealed that many people in Floyd's inner circle don't actually like him. According to 50, Floyd is consumed by his obsession with money and lacks core values. He claimed that Floyd is constantly flaunting his wealth and status, which makes it hard for others to genuinely respect him outside of his accomplishments in the ring.
So the money's really gone?
Yeah, that's what you think. Is get the money, spend the money.
All that money?
It took been 2 years.
So is it just his overhead is so high on a day-to-day, month-to-month? Like
I don't even want to talk about it. Like with the lifestyle, that money's gone, trust me. Now it's like, you call him, he'll be at your local host in a nightclub, because you need that action right now.
Do you think he'll step back in the ring?
I think he got to right now because the money gone.
Floyd Mayweather's financial controversies didn't stop with 50 Cent. Logan Paul also stepped forward, claiming that Floyd still owes him money from their high-profile exhibition fight. Despite the massive global attention and the millions it reportedly brought in, Logan says he hasn't been fully paid. This adds to a growing pattern of Floyd's money-driven mindset, one that sometimes crosses into controversial territory.
Why fight Logan Paul?
Name another boxer besides myself that's more famous than Logan Paul.
Tyson Fury?
What? I want you to look up Tyson Fury, how many followers, and look up how many followers Logan Paul has.
Logan Paul, 56 million. Tyson Fury, 4 million.
So 50 compared to 4 something. I can fight a fighter right now, guarantee myself 35 million. Or me and Logan Paul can go out and entertain and have fun and make 100 million or more. So if you were me, you gotta look at 35 million for 12 rounds and 100 for 6 rounds. Big difference.
Oscar De La Hoya has also weighed in, suggesting that Floyd Mayweather still needs money, which is why he continues to fight sporadically. De La Hoya pointed out that many boxers, including Floyd, often end up broke due to their extravagant spending. Given Floyd's penchant for luxury, whether it's cars, designer clothes, or private jets, this concern doesn't seem unfounded.
Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard, I know life is expensive, but come on dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse, your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. I hate seeing this happen, bro.
Floyd Mayweather has often made headlines for his lavish spending. He owns a watch valued at $18 million and boasts of having hundreds more, each worth thousands. While these displays of wealth certainly capture attention, they also raise questions about the long-term sustainability of such habits, even for someone with Floyd's substantial fortune.
How much is it?
$1.8 million.
$1.8 million watch.
$1.8 million?
You're the first to see it. That's insane. That 1.8 is high. Ooh. 18 life.
That happy birthday, champ.
That's how we doing.
1 point. That is sick, dude.
But wow. You gotta show money saving.
Money green.
Hold on. This watch was made specifically for the champ, Floyd Money Mayweather. One of one piece.
One of one.
Money team.
Can we see it on him?
Yes, sir.
That one of one.
$1.8 million.
Joe Rogan was one of many who pointed out that the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Conor McGregor was essentially a money grab. Though Floyd had already retired, he came back for a $100 million payday in an exhibition match. For someone who constantly emphasizes his wealth, this was yet another example of turning fame into financial gain.
Okay, so your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay, what was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch nigga that said shit I don't like. No. Sneak designs that said shit I don't like.
Floyd Mayweather has never been one to hold back when it comes to boasting. He frequently claims that no boxer in history has achieved what he has. While his confidence is undeniable, his constant comparisons to others not only bolster his brand but also invite skepticism and criticism.
Still waiting. Well, I think I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be who I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
Floyd Mayweather faced off with Logan Paul for a hefty payday, yet he later criticized Mike Tyson for fighting Jake Paul in his older years. This blatant hypocrisy didn't escape the attention of fans and critics alike. It highlights how Floyd seems to want to control the narrative around money-driven matches. It's acceptable when he's the one benefiting, but not when others do the same.
When you watch something like Mike Tyson and Jake Paul, what is your reaction?
When you watching boxing for free, you can have millions and millions and millions of views. But when you're watching Floyd Mayweather, you have to pay. I think WWE is good for Logan.
And Jake Paul?
Easy. At 48, too easy.
Mike Tyson has been open about his feelings toward Floyd Mayweather as well. He once admitted that he doesn't like Floyd, pointing out that despite being retired, Floyd constantly flaunts his wealth and status.
You don't think there's an opportunity to land a big punch on Floyd?
Let me tell you something about Floyd. This is what I don't like about him either. No matter whatever we say about him, and it could be true, but he's in that gym. He's a rat. He retired, but he stayed in the gym. He can't help it. It's just, he don't do drugs. That's his heroin, the gym.
Someone told me this. They say he doesn't have a vice. Yeah. He doesn't have a vice.
No, he does. The gym.
The gym.
The gym.
Floyd Mayweather has always had a business-focused mindset throughout his career. However, the methods he's used to secure his wealth have raised ethical concerns. From unpaid debts to inflated earnings, there are several instances where Floyd's portrayal of success appears to be more about creating an illusion than upholding integrity.
Floyd Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know, it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top-Rank boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on yourself.
That's all for today's video. Stay tuned for the next one.